Alright, this is the first day recording in preparation for the Atlanta Regionals. And today we're focusing on the principle of making sure that every Pokemon has a very defined purpose on my team. This is going to be the theme of the week, and it is my intent in these uploads to try and make sure that that is what I am practicing on a regular basis. So today we are going to be starting with this Miraidon team, which is a bit of a different Miraidon team. It's a bit of a take on the common thing. I mean, you still have the Choice Specs Miraidon, but we're looking for, in this case, a very tanky Miraidon. This Miraidon is meant to win the game by outlasting everything else. So we have the Grimmsnarl, whose primary purpose is to give us dual screens and then provide support as long as it's alive. We have the Miraidon, who is the primary damage dealer. Miraidon is meant to survive everything, ideally, and be standing at the end of the game. We have Landorus, who has a twofold purpose. The first one is to threaten heavy damage onto a number of key Pokemon in the game that otherwise could be challenging for Miraidon to take care of. It also has the advantage of resisting the electric move and being immune to it, and since it's carrying the Focus Sash, can take 2 hits as long as it's not from Urshifu, generally speaking. The Sinistra's purpose is to redirect away attacks that would otherwise be threatening to the Miraidon with Rage Powder, as well as provide healing on the rotation. The Archaludon is a mixed damage dealer that, with the Assault Vest and the Dragon typing, will be resisting the hits of the Miraidon in spamming board-wide electric moves, and that will allow it to stack stamina. And Urshifu is just fantastic as a single target damage dealer. This one is carrying the safety goggles specifically to help deal with Amoonguss. That is the team that we're taking out today, so let's go find a game. Alright, currently we're doing alright here in this particular rendition. We just had the change of the ranked season here. So sitting at 4 wins, 1 loss. Doing a little experimentation as usual. Also, I do apologize for the audio issues. For whatever reason, I have not been able to get my recording software to capture the audio for the game, which I was hoping to use in the background this time. So I will just have to do my usual thing of overlaying a music track behind the primary audio of the video. I do think I managed to solve my microphone issue, thankfully, which is good. Alright, so this is a very interesting situation that we find ourselves in. We have here the mirror, and the mirror is a very fun time. This is actually a great reason for bringing Landorus along, so we're going to start with, in this case, our good friend Grimmsnarl, because he's going to help really invest us, for success in this circumstance. We definitely want to make sure that Landorus is coming along. Definitely want the Miraidon, and I'm leaning towards bringing the... Well, I'm not actually really sure here. I'm leaning towards one of these two. Urshifu, not in this particular match. Yes, it's got a good matchup into several of the Pokemon, but the problem is that they have double electrics, which is going to make it difficult to effectively use the Urshifu. In addition to the 1 Psychic, and if I'm attempting to spam the... Actually, you know what? We're gonna change the order. We want Landorus, definitely, and I think we want... I think we'll go with the redirection option here. I might need to consider sticking a Rocky Helmet on the Sinistra. I think there could be something to be said for that, particularly against Rapid Strike Urshifu, but we'll see what they've got. It's always difficult in the team preview, not being able to tell what kind of Urshifu we're looking at. Alright, I dig the trainer card. Very nice. Very nice. Someday I'll update my own, but not today. Alright, Carlo. Okay, so we've got Iron Treads and Miraidon. Cool. Well, that of course makes this a little more difficult. For a variety of reasons. Okay, what do we want to do here? actually kind of thinking we might just... Oh boy. I do not like this particular situation at all. It's okay. You know what? Let's put up a light screen and switch to Landorus. Yep, not my favorite play there, but yep, gotta do what you gotta do. All right, here comes the Landorus. Yep, there is the inevitable Terra. Pretty much what I was expecting. The Iron Tread's definitely throwing off my game. Yep, it is the Fairy Terra, as usual. A very popular option for the Miraidon. It's a great Terra type. Okay, there's the light screen. So that should help us with tanking hits, and that's gonna hurt. Yep, that hurt a lot. And a Draco, which missed. Oh, Landorus. Oh, Lando. That's what we like to see. Yep, we got very lucky with that. Not gonna complain, though. Okay, well, it's time to make the magic happen, as it were. And we need to Earth Power the Iron Treads, because that is currently our biggest problem child. Yep, that is to be expected. They don't want to see a Sludge Bomb into that Miraidon. Here comes Iron Hands. So our Miraidon is going to do next to no damage to their Iron Hands. That's okay. It's actually not so okay, but well, that's why we have Landorus here. To hopefully clear out some of the issue-full Pokemon on the opposing side. Okay, and there's the Terra. Yep, there's the Iron Head that's going to be breaking our Focus Sash, unfortunately. But here comes the Earth Power in return. Very good damage. That's one major problem Pokemon removed from the field. Okay, and here's our Parabolic Charge. It's not going to do a ton of damage to the Iron Hands. It's most likely... Oh, that was actually really good damage for what I was looking at there. So the next question is who's going to come back out. I expect it to be the Miraidon. Yep. And I anticipate that we're going to see a Fake Out into the Miraidon slot combined with either a Dazzling Gleam or some other offensive move. It's really going to come down to what their offensive move choice is here. But we're definitely going to protect the Landorus and switch the Sinistra in. Just see what we got going on. There's a decent possibility that I will have to pick a different move to get through the Landorus, but regardless, we need to burn the Fake Out turn. Hospitality, doing great things. Okay. Okay, Miraidon's going with Dazzling Gleam, which was expected, but unfortunate. I don't know if Landorus is going to be able to take that particular hit. Happily, the Iron Hands isn't able to actually do anything to the Sinistra. So at this point, I think... I don't know if I want to... Well... Yeah, we're in kind of a difficult situation here. We can Life Dew. Miraidon, though, is going to be faster, so we kind of have to use our Miraidon to actually beat their Miraidon, which I don't love. Yeah, I really don't love that particular situation. Fortunately, we do have the light screen there. I'm not sure that I can count on Landorus to actually take that hit. I wish that I could, but I'm not sure I can. So, okay, here comes the Dazzling Gleam. It's going to be neutral now, and you know there's a fair bit of defense investment into this Miraidon. Okay, that's good. Here comes the Berry, and then we've got a Life Dew. So yeah, we should be in actually really good shape here at the end of this turn. Yep, here's the Life Dew. Oh, Sinistra's faster than Iron Hands. Okay, so this is an Iron Hands that's most likely meant to operate inside of Trick Room specifically. Not surprised, that's where most of them want to operate. Oh, beautiful. That was a lovely resisted hit. Okay. That was delightful. We're just going to protect this turn. And we're actually going to just throw out a Parabolic Charge. Because with the assorted boosts that we have, and the fact that the Miraidon terra'd away from its resistance to electric means that we're hitting Miraidon for neutral, which is the goal of this turn, is to just get some big neutral damage off into their Miraidon. We know their Miraidon is faster than ours, just how it's been playing, how the majority of Miraidons these days tend to play. So we should have no problem tanking the Dazzling Gleam, particularly with the light screen still up, and then healing off that damage from the Parabolic Charge. The Iron Hands will be able to heal itself with Drain Punch. Yep, so that did expected levels of damage. But the big thing here is getting through the Miraidon. The Iron Hands will be taken care of by Landorus, so I'm not particularly concerned about that. That is very nice damage, love to see it. Definitely appreciate that choice specs on our Miraidon there, and look at that healing. So good. Love to see that. Okay, here's the Drain Punch. Yep, not surprisingly, that did a lot of damage. But we do have solutions for the Drain Punch. Okay, electricity is disappearing from the battlefield. Quark Drive is wearing off. In this case, no, we're not gonna switch it in. That was a good time for just a Rage Powder and another Parabolic Charge. I expect them to switch out the Miraidon this turn. Mostly because Miraidon, of course, really wants the electric terrain to be active. If they do not have it active, I think we have a pretty significant advantage. Okay, they're not switching out, that's fine. We will be taking their Miraidon this turn. Yep, they get their Dazzling Gleam off first, but with the drop in special attack, it still is not going to do a significant amount of damage. Parabolic Charge with the Terra Electric does actually help considerably with the amount of damage being done. So that's going to heal up nicely based off of the damage to all three Pokemon. And then the Rage Powder, of course, to redirect a Drain Punch, should that be the direction that the Iron Hands wanted to go. In the event that they changed and decided that they wanted to go with a Heavy Slam, that's fine. That will afford us the opportunity to get Landorus back in here. Yep, here's the Heavy Slam. Okay. That is entirely acceptable. Landorus will be able to deal with the Iron Hands, and they don't have Fake Out active. Landorus also outruns the Iron Hands and is immune to the Parabolic Charge. Urshifu is the final Pokemon. So, it's an Urshifu Dark. Okay, that's unexpected. But we're definitely going to go with an Earth Power and another Parabolic Charge. The real question here becomes what their item is. Most likely a Focus Sash. That would be my guess. Just because that's the most common option for Urshifu in general. If it is a Choice Scarf variant, then we could be potentially in a lot of trouble. If it is the Focus Sash, we should be fine. I think. The real question becomes whether or not Miraidon can tank a hit. If Miraidon moves first, it'll be fine, because of the amount of HP that it'll heal off. If Miraidon does not move first, well then yeah, things will get spicy. We'll find out here in just a moment though. Alright, Landorus doing a fantastic job cleaning out the Iron Hands. There we go. And here comes the Parabolic Charge. This should do like 70% or so to the Urshifu. That's just my rough guess. That seems about right. So Miraidon's going to heal up very significantly as a result of that, almost a full. And it should have no problem tanking close combat to the chin. Easy peasy. Urshifu's defense drops. Special defense drops. We know Landorus is faster. Urshifu does not regularly carry spread moves, and that is game. Yep, and they surrender. So there you go. All right, that was quite successful in general. Just we're able to focus on each Pokemon doing its thing. Admittedly, Grimmsnarl only got off the light screen, but that light screen helped tremendously with tanking up the Miraidon and allowing us to beat the opposing Miraidon with it. Landorus did a great job removing the specific threats that Miraidon was going to struggle with. The Sinistra did a fantastic job of keeping Miraidon healthy and alive with the, just hospitality recovery, keeping Iron Hands away from the Miraidon. Bought plenty of time and the necessary repositioning. It was very good. And then, of course, Miraidon just tanked the entire game. So, thank you for attending today's game, and we'll see you tomorrow.